All right, so we're going to clear up a bit of a misconception about, well, this. You never imagine just how much trouble this one event caused all over the place. Let me say this very clearly. Mace Windu is with the Force. He didn't survive this moment, and he didn't go on to fight Darth Vader, though, let's be entirely honest, just imagine how badass that would have been if he did. And ironically enough, Palpatine didn't actually kill him alone either. Instead, it was a perfect storm of misfortune and timing that made sure this man ended up burning right next to Qui-Gon Jinn. So what happened? After the duel with Palpatine, who, yes, did get defeated by Mace Windu, despite what some people want to believe, Anakin shows up because the guy can't even follow the simplest and smallest sets of orders and walks into Chancellor's office. Just in time for Force Lightning to happen. The sequence of events plays out. Palpatine says he's too weak. Mace Windu makes the right call to kill Palpatine, and Anakin's "I need him." Then, of course, hand gets cut off. Lightning hits, Mace goes flying. Simple, right? If it was that simple, this wouldn't be even needed. So what really happened? Why is there so much confusion about his death? Well, you can see why. But Mace's situation was unfortunately drastically different than virtually any other Jedi's, unfortunately. Now, while this does seem a little bit overdramatic compared to this, and this, and this, seriously, there are way too many examples. But you get the idea. Sudden pain from severing of the hand from the rest of the body. Nerve endings firing out at maximum before, well, this happens. As you can see, Force lightning is coursing through his body, compounding the trauma as it hits his eyes and even illuminates his skeleton. That reminds you of Flambe a la Skywalker, don't you think? But here's the real kicker. This likely isn't what killed Mace Windu. Now, sure, I will admit, massive electrical discharge, metal floor, you can imagine the energy is just bouncing up and down through the body and basically deep frying his insides. But there's a reason why this probably isn't the main cause. You see, every Force user, from the youngest of younglings to the oldest of masters, has a type of Force bubble around them. It's always there. Now, the idea is that for a Force user to use the Force against another Force user, you need the power to break through the bubble, like here. The thing is that the Force bubble gets stronger as the user does. So someone as powerful as Mace Windu would have had a very strong one, even against the likes of Palpatine. Now that would have somewhat mitigated the damage from the Force lightning attack. Otherwise, Mace would have literally just been a pile of ashes because, well, Palpatine's Force lightning at full power is known to disintegrate people. Now, why I say this likely wasn't the main reason for his death, I will acknowledge that it could have been. Massive electrical discharge, your organs would be cooked so thoroughly that they would feed a family of cannibals like it's a gourmet meal. See, Force lightning does more than just shock your body. After Luke was subjected to the intense electrical fields from Palpatine, his body started getting micro seizures that require back to immersion to heal. But there's an even more immediate effect that often gets forgotten about. If unprepared, a Force user can be so overwhelmed by Force lightning that while being shocked, the pain and power disrupts their ability to use the Force. After all, the Force isn't just about spirituality. No matter how beings in the Star Wars universe describe it, it's an energy field that can be interacted with on a biological level. This is the reason why Darth Vader can't use Force lightning, because of his mechanical components. So this means that there would be a region of the brain where the conscious act of using Force powers resides. And if your brain is being shocked with a few million to billion jolts of electricity, you're not doing anything. And yes, let's be entirely honest, in order for lightning to go through the air, it needs a charge of at least 5 billion joules of energy. This guy, he is not even thinking at all in this very instance. Now, here's the one main thing. This is all happening within seconds, maybe even the fractions of seconds. Force users move faster than normal beings, or they can choose to during combat situations. From the second Anakin cuts off Mace's hand, to Palpatine shocking him, it could be said to be almost simultaneous. Then Mace getting tossed out the window into Coruscant. Even if he didn't get hit by a hover taxi or something like that, it doesn't mean he had time to recover before hitting the ground at terminal velocity. For a human, when in free fall, it takes about 12 seconds to reach terminal velocity. But here's the thing that's an artifact that hasn't actually been talked about. We covered the electrical damage, the shock, the speed of the fall, but we haven't talked about the one aspect of the human brain that could be the key reason why Mace Windu never came back. Because he might have been dead before he even hit the ground due to his own mind killing him. You see, there's a medical phenomenon known as psychogenic death, also known as a voodoo death, where someone, after experiencing a perceived inescapable trauma, will lose the will to live and simply dies. While this usually happens over days or even weeks, can you imagine the amount of trauma and stress Mace endured within less than 5 seconds? Only to end up in a free fall, body seizing, and the Force inaccessible. Not only that, but let's take consideration, using the Force requires concentration, and it doesn't matter if you're a Jedi Master, concentrating in that moment is not happening. So we're left with two conclusions, and it really depends on which one you choose to go with. The first, a perfect storm of misfortune, or the second, that the mind gave up and killed itself. In either case, Mace Windu is dead, and even if one of the factors hadn't occurred, he might have actually survived. And if he did, From Force only knows how that would have gone. Yeah, so hopefully that cleared up this whole nonsense about Mace Windu possibly still being alive. No, he's dead. I mean, I'm actually gonna go play some golf with him in a few minutes, so yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time.